How's it going, everybody? I'm Steve, and welcome back to my channel. So a lot of you may know that in July and November, Barnes & Noble does their Criterion sale at 50% off. And this is a great time to get, collect Criterion's brand new. And it's a great time to go into the stores and actually, pick up the boxes and actually look at the artwork firsthand instead of, going online. Of course, you can go on barnesandnoble.com and actually, usually Amazon will do like they'll match the 50% off sale too. So you can get Criterion's a number of different ways, but I love just, being able to go into the stores and check the stuff out, again, because I don't go into Barnes & Noble a lot, but when I do, I love just spending, 20, 30 minutes just looking over all the movies, and so it's a great time to do it. But so actually I have 6 titles here I want to talk about today. Some of these are fairly common, not extremely popular, but most of these are fairly popular. But so the first one here was released in 1991. It's from the director Terry Gilliam, one of my favorite directors. Spine number 764, and the movie is The Fisher King. You notice on this video, I'm not going to do like the flash the poster and put the spine number on the screen. I'm just going to do this a less formal. Usually I'll say that for the Criterion hauls when I actually pick up new movies, and from Barnes & Noble, that's when I'll go back to doing that. But this is kind of just doing it kind of the non-standard way and do less less editing. But this one starring the late Robin Williams. Great to see him in this. He gave a great performance. Jeff Bridges, the great actor. Mercedes Ruehl, she was actually the only one that actually won an Oscar from her role in this movie, but she's really great in this. This movie's got some violence in it. It has a lot of humor, lots of different things. You'll see like 3 or 4 different great endings to the movie. Basically, the movie just kind of stacks on the endings. It's kind of a feel-good movie, a little bit different from what Terry Gilliam did. This is my favorite movie from him. I'd say Brazil is probably a close second to this, but love Fisher King though. Next movie, this one I think a lot of people should have this in their collection. It's spine number 2. It's from Kurosawa. It's Seven Samurai. This is this is a great movie that it inspired another movie, an American movie that is really great. This one's like about 3.5 hours long. I've watched it actually 3 times. I've watched the movie once, and then I watched it 2 other times with commentary. And the commentaries are in English, so you can really learn a lot about the movie if you watch that. But the American movie that this movie inspired was the Magnificent Seven, and this is like the 4-film collection I just got yesterday. I had never seen the original Seven, the Magnificent Seven. I had never seen it before. Starring Yul Brynner, and has Steve McQueen, the Indiana legend Steve McQueen. McQueen was from Beech Grove, Indiana, which is part of Indianapolis. I live in Indianapolis, so it's great to see him in this. I've seen the remake to this before, but I thought this was much better than the remake. This is from 1960. It's just really great. I enjoyed it, and I haven't watched the other 3 sequels yet, but I love the original. And this takes me on. Speaking of Steve McQueen, takes me on to this next Criterion recommendation, and that's The Great Escape. This is released in 1963, has a spine number 1027. It's from John Sturges. And this one this one's starring Steve McQueen. You can see McQueen right here. He's really great in this. I've really been getting into watching those old McQueen movies, and I love it. Like the Towering Inferno is really, and Bullet. He's really great in those movies. But this one's got an all-star cast and a lot of young stars, up-and-coming stars in it. It has James Coburn. He was also in the Magnificent Seven. This is like a great kind of anti-war movie. It's like prisoners of war kind of thing. But it's really great though. But actually the 4th movie here that I consider this to be my favorite Wes Anderson movie. A lot of people, he's got a lot of great movies, but this one was released in 2001, starring Gene Hackman, and it's The Royal Tenenbaums. Yesterday I actually saw the Asteroid City, and that one has a ton of stars in it, and I'd probably put that movie, rank it like 6 as far as Wes Anderson's filmography. But this one, like I said, this one, number 1, Grand Budapest Hotel, probably number 2, be a close second. But this one's got a ton of stars in it too. I think Asteroid City topped the star count really in it. But Gene Hackman's really great in this movie. This one's spine number This one's spine number 157. You know, it's basically based on when this was released in 2001. I saw it, you know, shortly after what happened in, you know, September of 2001, and this movie really lifted my spirits a lot. I love the humor. I think I had seen maybe Rushmore before I saw this, so I knew that Wes Anderson's kind of quirky kind of humor. So I get his humor. A lot of people don't. It's kind of hit or miss for people. Either you love his humor or you don't. You know, it's you know, maybe for there are some movies entries in his filmography. I think some people it's kind of a good entryway into that. And I think this one, I think a lot of mainstream audiences might actually like this movie. It's got some great humor, so I recommend that one. But number 5, this one's from Stanley Kubrick. It's from 1975. It's a spine number 897. It's Barry Lyndon. This one's like a 3-hour movie. It's, you know, starring Ryan O'Neal. This one, it's really innovative as far as Stanley Kubrick using like some rare lenses. He loved also using like candlelight instead of using stage lights. He used candlelight and a lot of natural light. You know, he didn't want to use any you know artificial lighting. He wanted to use natural lighting. So that's what kind of makes this kind of unique. You know, just a lot of people visually, a lot of people think this movie is probably his best visual movie, and Kubrick did a lot of great visual movies, and he was definitely a visual director. He was a photographer before he got into directing, so he definitely knew the visuals. He wasn't great at working with actors, but he knew what he wanted to see. You know, he could never really communicate that to people, and it really frustrated a lot of his actors. But he definitely visually knew exactly what he wanted, and this one he got some really great visuals in it. As far as the last movie here, this one a lot of people have seen this movie. This one's probably the most rare out of these 6 movies, but the ones that have seen this movie always say that they love the third act of this. You know, it's got this great. This movie. The movie is Paris, Texas, and this is released 1984, spine number 501, and it's directed by Wim Wenders. He's a German director and he came to America to direct this. You know, it's starring Harry Dean Stanton. It's got Natasha Kinski, and it all builds up to the third act. You know, once you see that, it's really touching. It's really great. Harry Dean Stanton said that this is probably his favorite movie as far as what he you know, acting. It's probably the role that he loved the most of any movie he'd ever done. And you know, once you see the ending, you'll understand exactly what I mean. But it's really great how it's laid out. But it may be a little bit too long, being 2 hours and 25 minutes. But once you get to that last part, though, it makes it all very memorable. And to everybody that's seen this movie knows that ending and how memorable it is. And it's Natasha Kinski delivers the lines at the end of it that really sells it. You know, so I really highly recommend this one. I think you'll like it. So that's all I have here. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like my content. You know, please do that. It helped my channel out a lot. You know, I've tried to get more viewers in recently. Hopefully, I can get people back to watching my channel again, and hopefully you'll collect Criterions. And thank you, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.